Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Remembrance Worship. Jesus said,
I am the light of the world.
Every year at the beginning of November, people begin to wear poppies. We all know that it's something to do with remembering people who have died in wars, but sometimes it can feel that it doesn't have much to do with us personally.
Many people have been affected by recent wars such as those in Iraq and Afghanistan probably wish that other people knew more about the sacrifices that soldiers have made and continue to make.
The story of the poppy begins during the First World War, or, as it was more commonly known back then, the Great War.
The Great War broke out over 100 years ago, in July 1914. It seems hard to believe now, but there were celebrations in the streets and long queues of young men and army recruiting officers eager to join up.
They dreamed of heroism on the battlefields, winning medals to the glory of Great Britain, and wanted to put the upstart Germans back in their place. It would all be over by Christmas, or so they thought.
But this was a war on a scale that had never been seen before. This was the first war to use aeroplanes, tanks and submarines, and machine guns, mortars and poison gas meant that thousands of people could be killed in minutes.
After the Battle of Ypres in 1915, Field Surgeon John McCrae wrote a poem called In Flanders Fields about the bright red poppies that grow in the desolate mud of the battlefield and on the graves of his fallen comrades.
In Flanders Fields. In Flanders Fields the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, the lark still bravely singing, but I scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from feeling hands we throw the torch, be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields.
At the 11th hour on the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, the guns finally fell silent. The war had ended. So many people died during the war that it's impossible to get accurate figures, but around 17 million were killed and over 20 million were injured. The American president at the time, Woodrow Wilson, called it the war to end all wars, but unfortunately he was wrong.
Conflict continued throughout the 20th century and on into the 21st. We remember and thank those who fought during the Second World War, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Falklands War, the Gulf War, the Bosnian War, the Iraq War, the Libyan Civil War and the Syrian Civil War. Millions of people have lost their homes and families or been injured or killed.
Some people wear the poppy as a symbol of support for soldiers who are still fighting, but that was never the intention when the tradition began. It was worn as a reminder of all the people who had died, a reminder that all people should help to create a world where men, women and children did not have to die in bloody conflict. So in many ways, it could be seen as a symbol of peace.
You may have seen poppy wreaths. They are laid at monuments and in cemeteries at this time of year. Did you know that the wreath is a symbol of life after death, hope and unity, and often used as a mark of honour on Remembrance Day? It isn't just red poppies that are worn, but white and purple ones too. White poppies have been worn for more than 80 years to remember all victims of war, including civilian casualties of all nationalities, as well as British soldiers. Initially made by the Cooperative Women's Guild, white poppies first appeared in 1933.
In wearing white poppies, we remember all those killed in war, all those wounded in body or mind, the millions who've been made sick or homeless by war, and the families and communities torn apart. We also remember those killed or imprisoned for refusing to fight and for resisting war, adding that they won't remember British military dead, but they are not the only victims of war.
A much more recent addition to Remembrance Sunday symbols is the purple poppy. The purple variant remembers all the animals that have died during wars. Money raised from their sale goes to Animal Aid, the animal rights group that introduced them in 2006.
Key words we associate with remembrance this year in particular are service and sacrifice. Those who have been involved in conflicts, whether physically there or not, have served and sacrificed. Many people have chosen to serve their country or cause they have believed in, because they have wanted to make a change, fought for freedom, or because they've had to.
The sacrifices people have given have included their time, freedom, health and well-being, and time with their family and loved ones.
We wanted to share with you some of the remembrance poems we have written this week. After reading and sharing many famous war poems together, we have wrote our own, from a perspective of our choice. Some of us has wrote as soldiers, fallen soldiers, poppies, grieving family members, and even artillery.
The perspective I am written from is a soldier at war. The sacrifice I made. On the fields, the innocent bodies lie, as rivers of blood flow, the sacrifice that will be made. Aiming down sight, no enemy spotted. Wait, what's that? The 600, the sacrifice that I will make. Quick, get back! No, I stand strong and protect my country. Bang! The sacrifice I made. Now I lie, staring at the sky, the sacrifice I made, the sacrifice I made, the sacrifice I made willing to serve.
The perspective I have written from is a medic who has failed to save someone. Unfortunate souls. Unfortunate souls lay, their families in despair. I failed them. I tried, I failed. Guilt and sorrow fills my now broken heart. Unfortunate souls lay. The corridors fill as quickly as they empty. Unfortunate souls pass me, rapidly, filled with despair, for I cannot save everyone. Unfortunate souls are sent to heaven, whilst I'm stuck down here in hell. I tried, I failed.
The perspective I am writing from is the injured soldier, the fallen soul. The war continues. I lay on the field, writhing in pain. My body starts to shut down. A pulse in my brain warns me of my family, my beloved family, the fallen soul. Triggers are pulled, bodies are laid. I beckon to my crew, the fallen soul. I lay on the grass, the red-stained grass. I start to shake in fear. Planes roar and determination. I, the fallen soul.
The perspective I'm writing from is a soldier and a dead soldier. The soldier. I am the soldier who's walking through trenches. Now it's time to face our fears. I stand here scared. I wonder if I will survive. Here goes nothing. I am the soldier that was just an ordinary boy. Now I'm here, about to die. Tears shed down my scarred face. Will I survive? Here goes nothing. I am the soldier that had died for my country. Think only this of me. I am brave, the generous that has fought for my country. Here goes nothing.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. Lord as our Father, brothers all are we. Let me walk with my brother in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my soldier vow. To take each moment, to live each moment in peace with harmony. Let there be
Dear Lord, help us to remember and never forget all the people and animals who have been killed or died during war and the sacrifices they have made. We hope that conflicts that are currently taking place will cease and peace will be restored forever. Amen.
Amen.
Peace be with you.
And also with you.